Hey overcomers, I'm Ramona Phillips, the Healthy Mind Strategist, just popping in to do a quick video real quick because I was reading something and I'm like, this making me feel good. How are you feeling today? Take responsibility for every thought, what you're saying to yourself, what you are allowing other people to say to you. So those boundaries are very important. Making sure that we are loving ourselves in our relationships, all of our relationships, and especially with our relationship with ourselves. So many of us have been through trauma, some deeply distressing, disturbing experiences. Sometimes we feel guilty when we feel good because we're looking for the next ball to drop. But enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of that. Let me read something to you, okay? Having boundaries doesn't complicate life. Boundaries actually simplify our lives. I'm reading from The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. There is a positive aspect to boundary setting. We learn to listen to ourselves and identify what hurts us and what we don't like. But we also learn to identify what feels good. When we are willing to take some risk and begin actively doing so, we will enhance the quality of our lives. I'm going to say that again. When we are willing to take some risk and begin actively doing so, we will enhance the quality of our lives. You know, a lot of times because we've been through trauma, use and abuse, sometimes we get stuck in our comfort zone trying to protect ourselves because we want to feel safe. But I remember many years ago when I started, about 30 years ago, when I decided to get into therapy and I decided to start my recovery journey, it was brought to my awareness that I was struggling with taking risk. You know what? I allowed myself to have some fun this past weekend with my family. And I actually drove the little race car. I was a little nervous because it had been a long time since I climbed into that little car, right? And I'm older now, so I had to take my time getting in and out of the car. But I gave myself permission to have fun, enjoy my life. Now, I rode another ride that had me spinning around. I wasn't too crazy about that because I don't like to be dizzy, all right? But anyway, I was willing to take the risk, right? Try some new things and take the risk. Things that are healthy for us, okay? So what do we like? What do you like? Do you know what you like? What do we like? What feels good? What brings us pleasure? Whose company do we enjoy? What helps us to feel good in the morning? Taking a walk in the park is one of mine. Praying, connecting with God, and take a walk in the park. What's a real treat in our life? What's a real treat in our life? Something yummy to eat is one. But not just food, okay? So what are the small daily activities that make us feel nurtured and cared for? What are the small daily activities that make us feel nurtured and cared for? What are you doing for yourself every day that makes you feel nurtured and cared for? You can do it for yourself. We don't have to sit around waiting for someone else to make us feel nurtured and cared for. You know, I was in a relationship many years ago when I started my recovery journey. I realized that I could not depend on my husband at that time. He's passed away now in 2003. And he was an alcoholic and he had his own issues and had experienced his own traumas. But I realized that I could not depend on him to nurture me, right? I had to learn to nurture myself. What appeals to our emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical self? What actually feels good to us? We must ask ourselves that. So many of us are used to looking out for other people, taking care of other people, right? And then forget, wait a minute, what do I like to do? What feels good to me? Where would I like to go? What would I like to see, right? We have deprived ourselves way too long. So there is no need to do that anymore. No need. If it feels good and the consequences, listen to this part, and the consequences are self-loving. If it feels good and the consequences are self-loving and not self-defeating, do it. Do it. If the consequences, this is huge, if the consequences are self-loving and not self-defeating, do it. You know, because we can do some things that's not good for us, right? So today, let's just say today, let's start for today. Start with today if we haven't been doing it, or if you haven't been doing it, start with today. Allowing yourself to feel good, to have some fun. Today I will do for myself those little things that make life more pleasurable. I will not deny myself healthy treats either, right? Healthy treats, right? Healthy treats. I don't eat too many of the cookies, right? Take a walk in the park. I tried something about a year or so ago called earthing. And that's when you just pretty much take off your shoes and walk barefoot in the grass. And you know what? It felt awesome. And you know what? I haven't done it again. You know what? But I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to do it again. I'm putting it out there right now, right in front of you guys. I'm going to do it again. So anyway, I'm Ramona Phillips, the Healthy Mind Strategist. You know, thank you for sharing, subscribing. Welcome, new overcomers. Thank you for sharing, and subscribing. And thank you for joining this family of overcomers, because God says we're more than conquerors. God says we're overcomers, right? We're overcoming some stuff, right? God is always with us to help us overcome. So, you know what? If you need some type of coaching, because I am a peer supporter, a mental health coach, a best-selling author, speaker too, I'm going to put my link in the description, okay? And you can book a coaching session with me. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.